Hi, today I'll show you how you can create an outbound abandoned cart voice agent using Shopify, Zapier, Stripe with Gridspace. So let's go right into the demo. Here we have our Shopify store. This is called the fitness store. You sell fitness products like protein shakes and amino acids and protein powder. And we have then, let's say, a customer called John Smith who wants to buy something and has created a checkout. And John Smith, I filled in the details here for him. He has filled out his name, his phone number, he's added things to cart, and he's just about to pay, but then suddenly maybe he gets a phone call or is distracted, so he ends up abandoning the cart. Now, once John Smith has abandoned or left his cart, Shopify will create an abandoned cart event. Now, this we will use in Zapier. So, for those who don't know, Zapier is a workflow automation software where you can then automate workflows between different systems and integrate them together. Now, I'll go over the details of this app a bit later, but basically it's just an event from Shopify we're taking. It's triggering an event, the abandoned cart event, and sending out the webhook to Gridspace for then trigger the outbound session for our voice agent. Now, soon enough, once I've abandoned the cart of John Smith, I should receive a call from Grace. Oh, and I'm receiving a call right now.
Hi, John Smith. This is Grace, a virtual voice agent from the fitness store. I noticed you were shopping with us recently and left a few items in your cart. I just wanted to check if you'd like any help completing your purchase today.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, sure.
Great. The items you had in your cart were amino acid chocolate protein shake, and you total come to $30. Would you like to proceed with these items, or would you like to make any changes?
No, the same items are good.
And where would you like us to ship your order? I have your address as 1375 East 6th Street, Unit 2, Los Angeles, 90021, California. Would you like to use this one or update it?
No, the same address is good.
Perfect, thank you. I can process your payment securely over the phone. I'll collect your payment details now. Will this be on a debit card or a credit card?
This will be a credit card.
And such as Visa or MasterCard? What is the carrier of your credit card?
A Visa card.
Thank you. Could you please provide the card number you'd like to use for the deposit?
Yes, that would be 40000566 5566 5556.
And what is your credit card expiration date?
That would be December 2025.
I heard December 2025. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
What is your credit card? CVV.
437.
I have that as 437. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right.
And finally, what is the zip code of the billing address?
90021.
I have that as 90021. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Perfect. Your order is confirmed and you'll receive a confirmation email shortly. Your estimated delivery date is February 10th. Anything else I can help you with today?
No, that was it.
Hope you have a great day. Goodbye.
Now, as you saw, the voice agent was able to call up and identify the John Smith and also then repeat to him what kind of items he had in his cart and what the total was, and if he would like to proceed with these items, and then double check the address and then take his payment and then send it out to Stripe. So if you go actually into our Stripe dashboard over here, and if we refresh our Stripe, we can see that we have gotten, we got $30 from the Visa card of John Smith. Now I'm just going to go in and show you how we have done the setup for this. So let's start with Zapier. This is our SAP that we have created, or our workflow automation. And then we see here we have our inlet node, or the node where we have our Shopify setup, where they're looking for events. So looking for abandoned cart events that are created in Shopify. We've chosen our Shopify account. And then we configured it to, then here we configure it how many hours we would like the abandoned cart event to be before we trigger this event. So let's say we put this to 3 hours. Then it would then, whenever Shopify abandoned cart event is 3 hours old, 3 hours since the person abandoned the cart, it will then trigger this event. And of course, it will get the data from the event if it's filled in the data. And then here we'll go into this webhook, send out the webhook to Gridspace to trigger this outbound session. And we have then here a webhook custom request. We have then configured to be post request. We're using this endpoint. We're using the start outbound. This is in the Gridspace documentations. Start outbound session endpoint to trigger the outbound session. And here you see we have our data, which is a raw JSON, and the two requirements for this that we absolutely need is the inlet node ID to know which call flow we need to trigger within Gridspace, and also the callback info, which is the phone number of the customer. So the inlet node we can find inside Gridspace if we go into our inlet node. So first we need to create a call flow, and once we have created the call flow in Gridspace, we can then go into applications right here, and then we'll see the call flow we created with a number. So I know this is the number of my call flow. I'll go into this. I'll get the last number right here. This is the ID of the call flow or the inlet node inside the call flow. And then we need to paste this inside here to then know which one we're going to trigger. And then here we have our tags, which we are then collecting from. So we have this information we're sending to Gridspace for a customer name, total items in checkout. And we're getting this, we're adding in tags for customer name, tags and customer name, price checkout, checkout items. And then here we're adding the fields. So we're adding from the event. We can add here all the different line items or information from the abandoned cart event. And we can then put this into these tags we're going to send to Gridspace. So that's what we've done here. And then we also have the callback info, which is a phone number. And the phone number here is also taken from here, one of these items from the abandoned cart event. And lastly, we then need our authentication for the request. We have our basic authentication here, which we have our account ID and our secret key for our Gridspace account. And we've then separated this by this icon right here, which is then separating the account ID and secret key to kind of authenticate us to Gridspace. And also in headers, we also have a content type to be application JSON. Now, to find this account ID and your secret key for your Gridspace account, you go into your Gridspace account info in the section here, and then you can find here under account info in the sidebar, you can go and find your account ID and your secret key. And this is the ones you can paste inside of this basic authentication. So now we're going into Gridspace setup, and we are now into the call flows. This is the call flow, which we triggered from the Zapier. So we have our inlet node here, which is where the customer comes in from. And then we have our voice agent nodes or the bot nodes, where we have selected our voice agent and also the playbook we're going to use, the script for the whole flow. And then we have an end node right here once they finish up the flow. Next is the playbook or the script of the whole flow. And as you can see here, we have added some also personalization in the intro script. We have a greeting script where, hi, John Smith. And then we're checking, would you like to complete your purchase? Yes, you would like to complete the purchase. Double checking the items and the order total. Remember, this is what we get from the Zapier webhook. We're getting this from the abandoned cart event if it's filled in. And then would you like to receive these items? Yes. And then we're also double checking the address because in this case, the customer did put in an address. So we then got this address from the webhook, double checking that. And then we go into the purchase to then have, is it credit card or debit card, credit card. And then it goes here, we have a form fields where we're collecting the information for the credit card. Now, here we can also choose what types of different information we're collecting because, of course, what's important when doing payments is we need to collect the correct data. But of course, in Gridspace, we have fields and information types for this. So we have our, the carrier card, we can set up a multiple choice. So we know it's exactly a Visa, American Express, Discover, MasterCard. So it's only these options they have. If they say anything else, it doesn't validate the answer. And then we're collecting the payment card number, which again is a payment card type in Gridspace. We're also setting it in a tag right here. Remember, it's important to use correct tag number because we're going to use this in the connector later. And we have our credit card expiry date, and we have our CVV, and then here we have the zip code type of information. And then we go into here a logic node, which is here we're checking the payments if it's successful or not. So Here we're running a connector. Now this is the connector that runs between Gridspace and Stripe, basically making the payment to Stripe. So this is a custom script we have created in the connector section. And once this runs, this is a if statement which checks basically, okay, we get back a code. If this code is 200, which is successful, then we go into, then here your payment was successful. Thank you, your delivery date, which is also estimated from the system or Stripe payment or Shopify. And then we ask you then if you would like anything else today, and then no, we'll end it right there. I'm not going to go over the custom script today, but if you would like to know how this is done, you can leave a comment down below and we will make a video of this, or you can also get in touch with us at gridspace.com. And if you would like to see more demos like this, you can go into gridspace.com. There's many more demos there. You can check out Grace in different type of scenarios. And you can also go and create a free trial account if you would like to play around with Grace for yourself. I hope this how-to was helpful for you, and thank you for watching.